Hey everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. I have to tell you guys what happened to me today. You know, as many of you know, it'll be 2 years on the 31st that I fell, and I had to have emergency surgery because I fractured my tibial plateau and shattered my tibia. And I've had problems with it since, usual pain. Swelling never went away. I have one leg bigger than the other. Now, the doctor told me that I would have PTSD, but it would go away. Well, it hasn't so far, and especially with the ice and the snow in the winter, I'm terrified all the time. Well, this morning I fell in the house, not outside in the ice, in the house. Now, as you can see, I'm not in the hospital, which is a really good thing. I hate those places. But I am having pain. Now, I can walk. I'm just like in the house. I don't use my cane as much because I feel comfortable here. Well, today, after the fall, I am using it wherever I go. But I am having pain. So I called my doctor, which for me is a miracle because I don't usually. I will just try to ignore the problem, which is what I tried to do on January 31st, 2025. I tried to ignore it. Well, I couldn't walk at all. I couldn't even move it. I mean, it was so heavy. It wouldn't move. And it would weigh a ton, my whole leg. And I was screaming every time I moved. So, I couldn't really ignore it. But I did call the doctor. I'm proud of myself this morning. And I explained to the receptionist. I said, well, I was going to call Dr. Silver to get my cortisone injection. Even though that really doesn't work that great for me, I was hoping for better. I was planning on getting another one. Winter has never been a good friend to my left leg because I was born with a dislocated hip. And about the age of 12, I started to suffer from bursitis. So winter was always the worst time for me. Well, now it's even, the pain in my hip I barely notice because my knee it's a greater pain. So I thought I saw a crow out there. So it overrides the pain of my hip. So I thought, well, I know the cortisone shot, it wasn't all that great, but it could help me feel a little better in the winter. Well, I ended up having to call because I fell. And so, she asked me what happened, and I told her, and she was actually laughing. Because what happened was, there was a throw rug. Now, I have, over the past 2 years since my surgery, have walked on this throw rug all the time. All the time. I don't know what happened today, but I think it ended up, all right, my left foot was off the rug, the right one's on it. Now, I did the splits. Now, never in my life have I ever done the splits, not even as a child. And so I was telling the woman who works in my doctor's office what happened. She kind of started giggling. I said, I know, right? And I could tell she was older like me because of her voice. And I said, I know. I said, I've never done a split in my life. I said, here I am at 60 doing the split. We're both cracking up. But anyways, she says, he's definitely, she goes, I'm almost certain he's going to want to do x-rays. So I have to go in tomorrow and have x-rays and have him look at my knee. There's one way, like if I kind of move my leg to the left, or what really got my attention made me decide that I should call, because I thought it was just like normal pain. I had put my left ankle on my right knee so I could put my slippers on. And when I went to go put my leg down, I had, in this one corner of my knee, really bad pain. Well, not really bad, but bad pain. Yeah, when I think of the original pain when I fell, it's not really bad. It's just bad pain. It's pain. because believe me, that gave me a new perspective on the pain scale. You know, when you go to the doctor or whatever, you're having a problem, they ask you what number your pain is. I never really used to be able to answer that question because I wasn't sure what a 10 was, you know, so I really didn't know. So after, you know, when I fell, believe it or not, everybody, it was worse than childbirth. Maybe because in between contractions you get a break. With this leg, I never did. I don't know, but it was worse than childbirth. It was horrible. So that gave me a new perspective. Okay, now I really know what a 10 on the pain scale is. So anyways, yeah, I would give this maybe about a 7 or 8. 7 probably. So yeah, you know, I just want to have it checked out just to make sure, okay, I messed up, I wasn't paying attention, and it's just a little pain. It better not be like last time. You know, if somebody tells me, oh, well, you're not going to be able to garden this year. And when they told me that 2 years ago, I started crying. I did. And besides, it's too late because over in the corner there, I have seedlings started and they're doing great. My pepper seedlings are doing fantastic. I did a short on that earlier today. So, I don't know. I have always... if I'm going to get hurt all my life for 60 years, it's going to be my left leg. Anybody who has any knowledge on the energetic, spiritual aspect of that, if you have any ideas as to why my left leg, you know, because I started out my life with congenital hip dysplasia in my left hip. Now, they did fix it as a baby, but like I said, at the age of 12, I started with bursitis, and you get older, I have arthritis in that hip also. You know, I am told I have arthritis in my right knee. I don't feel it at all. I mean, it's like, it's like it's not even there. But yeah, I have, he says, you have mild arthritis in your right knee. He goes, in your bad knee and your left knee, he goes, you have arthritis. Because last year when I went for my 1 year checkup after my surgery, and my placard, my disability placard was going to run out, and so I wanted to ask him for another one. I was a little leery of it because I kind of felt guilty because I felt, okay, there's other people worse off than I am, still in wheelchairs, etc. I'm not in a wheelchair anymore. And so when I asked him about it, he said, oh yeah. And so he wrote me a new one. Now, the first one they gave me after my surgery was for a year. He hands it to me, he goes, I'm giving you 5 years. And I went, 5 years? Wow. I wasn't expecting that. He goes, well, now it's time for me to tell you about your x-rays. I'm like, oh, no, come on. So that's when he told me, you know, I have mild arthritis in my right knee, which, yeah, I don't even feel it, so I wouldn't need a placard for that. He goes, but you have arthritis in your bad knee. So he's probably thinking, she's going to need this placard for a long time. Unfortunately, when I went and saw him again in September, I wasn't bone on bone yet. I mean, this is a really, I never thought I would say something like this, but I can't wait for it to be bone on bone because I want a new, I want a knee replacement. Never thought I'd want a knee replacement, but everybody who has knee problems says, oh, you get that replacement, you feel like a brand new person. So I was like, okay, I want a knee replacement. I'm getting there, I can tell. So, just want to tell you guys, if you don't hear from me for a few days, the damage was worse than I thought. I do have a high tolerance for pain. I think, kind of high. But yeah, I mean, I figure if I can still walk with my cane, it's not too bad, I don't think. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gardening. I don't care what anybody says, gardening is going to be done this year. So, I guess I will leave you guys with that. I'm working on some art right now, so blessed be. and make it a joyful one.